Welcome back to the JSFL. We're here, week 12, 1 o'clock. We got the Houston Enforcers who are already in the playoffs off Thursday night's primetime game against the Cleveland Pirates, who are going to be their last game ever. It's raining in Cleveland, but that ain't going to stop them from some good football coming up away. The defensive Enforcers against the struggling this year Cleveland Pirates. We're here in Cleveland, their last game as the Pirates for now, for a long time. They're going to be relocated to Cincinnati. They'll stay as an Ohio team. So most people in Ohio will just become Cincinnati fans. But some might travel. Detroit's an option. New York, Charlotte, maybe. Who knows? But the Pirates, they're looking to impress on their final game. See if they can beat these Enforcers tonight. Or today, I should say. It's 1 p.m. only. Bring it off to Charles, our commentators. We have 6-5 Houston, going to 2-9 Cleveland.
Here's the former center, Huston, to get this one started. And we are from Miami. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over offense. We get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on. We know he's not bad at this, but his footwork always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, when the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Start this drive in the air. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love it because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 2nd and 10. Your thoughts on this team line?
A unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. He'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
Game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over first and 10. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Handoff looking right. Get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
That's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. He is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Second and 11. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flex position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. His man on the end route, complete. Down before being taken down at the 46. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I think it all came together there. In breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
As they run the counter play. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly break down. It's a pickup of 4. It'll bring up second down. This whole line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
Establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Following a pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Incomplete here. And this defensive line may be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. That's intercepted. 37.
The passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the Rams going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. Big stop, G. Big stop.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock it out, but away and bring up second down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. The play fake. The throw. He's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It was 2nd and 1, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Quickly here, that's complete. That's 7 there, but it brings up.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. This one's not close, not even close. To the right, it's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, this was a clear day in September. I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. Left side, it's complete. He's got it. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Harney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes.
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you got to sell the go, just go. Let's see who's fast.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, are still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Give this time to the tailbone. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
There we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I'll let you know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. Run inside, but nothing there. Officially, no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
In middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes, and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll run out right. He may try and run for this. He's going to be brought down short at first at about the 31-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Like his effort there, he got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs. Because a lot of guys have come.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the right hand, this from 48. I don't think this will even get. It doesn't even get there. This will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
Now, each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and set up for field goals.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. One that's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind how throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to the QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete. They'll give it here to his running back. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop the shoulder, create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now handoff here to his running back. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Convert with a gain of 4.
The game's changed. I'm with them, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the dart ball, pick up the first down.
That's what you're supposed to do, like you said. Old school, smash mouth. And this is incomplete.
Well, certainly appears that they're going to try to keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in this direction. They haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. And again, this time to the tailback. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL.
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Yep.
They'll set up a play. That is incomplete. Had to pass there long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll put it away for the 2nd time. He gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Vernon is spotted. They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. This field goal, you always feel like you want to get into the end zone, but then, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win the game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable. Did. Because these guys.
They'll run it now, out of the gun. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
That's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
You force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
To throw. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6. But now it's 4th.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on the punt. Kicks away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. No score after 1 on EA Sports. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And given the elements, this might have been what we would have expected, Charles. Scoreless into the 2nd quarter.
The elements have definitely put in this game. Teams have been a little slow to adjust their playbook. Playing to whatever their strengths are in these conditions. That was a nicely run snap route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. On the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. It's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
A great read by the defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard to gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
Someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback. Sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. That's complete. That play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And it has a cornerback. What you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll give it here to his running back. And they won't get much. Maybe a couple. That inside the 35 to the 34.
He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. He may try and run for this. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a 1st down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
And if you look at the coverage defensively, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle him and get him on the ground short of the 1st down marker.
Red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. First down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's what he's going to be happy to have back. They're over there in the zone.
Downs like that 1st down there. Need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first and goal. This time the yards won't come so easy as they, in fact, tackling behind the line. That's going to go as a massive run on first down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They'll try to run this one in. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up third down.
That's a major league loss of yardage and probably loss of momentum. You're snapping the ball at the 1 yard line before you suffer that big loss.
So you think of losing any yardage from the one is bad to go that far back. That's a disaster.
And I think the play calling sequence that maybe the OC had in his head, that's got to change on the fly now.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. He can run and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. A 9-yard touchdown run. As these guys are first out of the scoreboard this afternoon.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on first and second down, and it's first and second and goal. And then on third down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
Huston Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So that drive in total 8 plays and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 6. I'll take this past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a play, so be it. But main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Play action, they'll throw. He's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Dolphins on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw here. They're going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense, but a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
The Browns drive about to get started. Things progressing to plan so far. The defense has been solid. They've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, we're going to milk the clock here. We just don't do ball control. This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. We just saw a great example when we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. It's complete. Able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best. It keeps him out of the big boy zone. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
We saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now. Nice and time. We'll get it a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked to me like the doctor my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running.
The first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him from short pickup.
I think there's a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew who he was when he decided to take off and go.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 36.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they crossed into Miami territory at the 36. It's complete. They're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving him. That's a good point you just brought up. Maybe if you still want to play zone, you have a zone blitz game. You can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
As a reminder, I have a note card here that says halftime.
You did great. Not a bad job. Well, you're writing down your effort.
I'm going to read it. Brandon Goddard. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. With one complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 yards on the play, first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game. It was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
That's complete. Second and 10.
Throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. The Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
On the go.
At the end zone, it's incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Has man open for a first down. Throw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. What are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. The right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
Well, what does that mean? Break up? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going why they said that. I have no idea.
The name field goal. Seibert back out there to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Stop just shy of the 30-yard line. Comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Get ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Right now, under 100 yards of total offense. First down, he'll drop the throw. That is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group. We just saw there in that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On second down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was really difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. It would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a handoff here to his running back. Down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Matt Hawk now. As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. Back possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
As we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. It out as they start on the ground. And it just pushes his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Running there, that's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those have done some kind of runs. They don't throw up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Run got it 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And to get this one across the 35. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taking just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Line of scrimmage in the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here on the ground. About 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but not carrying the ball. He was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on their last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2.
They need to start to get back into this game, and here's what I'm
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
series to series, play to play.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. It's going to come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively brings up fourth down. So good work there on the defensive side.
Until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here, make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first about 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 46 and return of 5. And it'll be Dolphin football. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
You know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now to all the work he's getting.
They get this time to the tailback. Going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It will wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be second and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They get a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Here we go on second and 12.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends are creating so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a fifth.
How many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trim and pregame warm-up. And I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They try the right side here. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They look to throw here on second and 10. And this one's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one no scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Pressure drops off as they look to throw. Safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down.
They weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yards to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is what we're talking about. fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one, maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. Kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position back up inside the 05.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes on plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now. Out of the gun. They'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert be a 3rd and 4.
Probably designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
This quarterback now, just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. To throw. He's got his man on the outline. They're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Ready, break.
Here complete to his tight end. In midfield, but I think the Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. Huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A fake on the give. They try to run pass action. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you, with your IQ, you can pull that off. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 28. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. They'll run it now. Out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a second and 7. That is incomplete. Down.
These good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's a nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Look to throw. Chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Defense needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. They just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as we get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is feeling the top of the tail. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. It's got to be protected.
Fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. That's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That way. He's going to keep it here. And out of bounds, been able to get it up past the 35. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college, but I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Out of the goal. And getting down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. So now 1st and 10 as they crossed into Miami territory at the 38. He works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's good for a Cleveland first down and 11-yard pickup.
Coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I think get much more balance than this. Big time run, big time pass.
A 1-2 combination looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Action fake. He's going to go deep for the end zone. That's going to wind up incomplete. We do have a flag now. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Oh! Cleveland. The Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 6. Nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll let it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Miami first down, they would go for a gain of 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To get to the line to run another play. So switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back to him on first down.
Be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here it's complete. Down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective. That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle, and you got caught in between and created a foul.
And whips that one incomplete there. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
We'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Sideline, and he's got it. Just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
That's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop it probably 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. Sanders' kick is good. 17 to 10. So they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at least 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Back to the field goal. Here comes Sanders to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards to the 27-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back on the field. The field goal we just saw has us now at a one-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is the team has been playing not to lose, as opposed to playing to win. They're going to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, get a little more free, and trying to get the
In there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. You have to use timeouts. What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
But it's incomplete. That's just a little bit off. So maybe we try to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Look to throw. Will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game is if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It's a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense as they take over. Here comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. That's what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
Take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. And that's complete.
Never make the mistake of the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here. They're just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead in 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. Dolphins on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And there, it's knocked away, incomplete.
So they looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 return. The Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And that's complete. 7 yards up on the pitch and catch.
I got the sense that the defense created a little bit of effort
Their job, force the punt. Nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their work.
They do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The play fake. The throw. Complete. Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 3 yards to pick up there. He's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
So now 1st and 10 as they crossed into Miami territory at the 38. They'll give up here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this. They describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, and at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. And just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
First down, but it winds up incomplete.
They've been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally, I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They set the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To throw here. At about the 6. Get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Time of completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
But it's incomplete. Well, they were hoping for a flag there offensively on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let him play. The officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
Forces 4th down. Steigert's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So the second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The main field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And here come the Dolphins. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives your dessert to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Intercepted. Picked off at the 36. Past the 20. It just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college. And our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They come out here in the eye. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
There's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. They'll try to bring game here with the running back. And nothing doing here is this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll look to throw here. He's going to go down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would be the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, gap points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the main field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. That's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So the Dolphins now down on the scoreboard. Time, a huge factor. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Yep. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Find his man on the outside. The completion good for 3 and second down. Right now, defensively, you love that, don't you?
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time is going to run off the clock.
Back running here under 90 seconds to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes it across the 40-yard line. Miami first down. They were going for a gain of 11. Held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. He rifles one incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
Was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And that is incomplete.
I haven't felt incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better than it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now back to throw. He backs it away and it falls down incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Trying to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, escape, and he goes down. They had to go through with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book.
Slim and none, but Slim just.
Now ahead here to his running back. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up second and 7. He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is third and long. Here it's complete. The Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock is stopped with 33 seconds remaining. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good, and that will swell the lead to 16. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
The main field goal, Sider back out there to kick it away. Is fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So now it's the Dolphins' turn. Trailing in this one now. 25 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Ready? Here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. Check the ball. Check the ball. One shot. That will be incomplete. As time has run out this football game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop. Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? When I saw just a big blob of green on the radar. And that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated because that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it? It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator. The things that you learn. Golly, wise beyond his years. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we sign off from Miami.